Welcome to our YouTube channel. I'm teacher Ma from Can Go Study, and for this video we're gonna cover the actual PSLE paper from PSLE 2025 Paper 2 Question 17. So let's take a look at first. So here we have three triangles, and ABC, DEF, and PQR are three identical equilateral triangles. Identical means the area should be what? Area should be the same. And equilateral means what? All three sides of each triangle should also be the same. And that's what we can get from here. And then, what else? The question asks, what is the length of AB? That means we need to find the side length of each triangle. But then, let's take a look. Do we know any of it? So we know AD is how much, but that is not the side length. We do not know the DC is how much, so we are able to find it. Also, the other informations we have, the PF, which is the overlapping part, is 3 cm. But how about the rest? Don't know. And over the 41, is it corresponding to the side length? It's also not. So how are we able to find the side length? Hey, before we solve this, let me give you a hint. And let's say I have a rectangle, and the side length of this rectangle is 18 cm. Now, what I'm gonna do is create identical ones. So this identical rectangle has a length of how much? Yes, 18 cm. Now, let's not rearrange like this. Let's overlap it, such like this. And then we have one part that is overlapping to each other, which is 4 cm. Now, how about the rest? The left side and right side should be how long? And this one should be very simple. It just uses 18 minus 4 and give us equals to 14 for the right side and 14 for the left side. So you can see the non-overlapping part is actually word addition. Yes, they're actually the same. They're actually the same. And why is it the same? Because for two identical shapes, we're cutting out the same length, which is overlapping part, because the overlapping part should be also the same. So from this, we can know the idea: when two identical shapes overlap each other, the overlapping part is what? Is same. How about the non-overlapping part? The non-overlapping part, it also should be the same. Also the same. Not just happening for the rectangles, for other shapes also. For example, let's say I have a triangle, and I create another identical triangles. And the overlapping part, the base of one triangle is 18 and the overlapping part is 4 cm. Now, how about the remaining part? Left and right. Yes. One should be 14 and the other one also 14. And what relation between the overlapping part? Yes, they should be the same. They should be the same. By using this idea, let's take a look back to the question. So we know AD, which is the non-overlapping part, is 18 cm. So can anyone tell me, which part is also 18 cm? It should be same to another overlapping part. Hey, very good. It should be equals to CF with another non-overlapping part. So actually CF equals to AD, which is 18 cm. Now, what can we get from here onwards? So we know CF is 18 and we know the total of CR is 41. What can we get next? And the remaining part, which is FR. So FR is actually equals to 41 minus 18 gave us 23 cm. So we can label over here 23. Now, we know FR is 23. We know PF, the overlapping part, is 3 cm. Then, do we know each side length? Yes, each side will be just PR will be just 23 plus 3 and give us 26. So question solved. But I simply know the idea that overlapping part is the same, non-overlapping part also the same. This question should be very simple. And then moving on, which is part B. Now part B asks what is the total perimeter of the shaded parts. So you can let's take a look first. Because we are still missing the non-overlapping dots, so let's name it as X and Y to better name each side. And then what will be covered in the perimeter that it's asking? Yes, the shaded parts. I draw a red line to represent the part that we need to add. So basically that's it for the red lines. And we already have a lot of lines, a lot of sides. We already know how long is it. For example, the side length of each triangle is how much? That would be 26. So we know PR is actually 26. And FR we already know should be 23. But how about YF? YF is how much? Very smart, it should be 3. But why is it 3? Why is it 3? That's the main problem. So identical triangles, that means each angle should be how many degrees? Yes, 60 degrees. So that means for the small overlapping triangle, this small overlapping triangle, it should be this one 60 degrees and the other 60 degrees, and last one should be how many degrees? Yes, also 60 degrees. So that gives us the small overlapping triangle is actually what kind of triangles? Equilateral triangles. That's it. So YF, it should also be 3 centimeters. And then same thing happen to YQ. We can minus out from the total 3 centimeters and give us equals to 23 centimeters. Awesome. That's for the right side. For the left side, we also get 26, 18. But how about DX? We can see we still have an overlapping triangle. And this triangle is actually what kind of triangle? Yes, it is still equilateral triangles because the degrees are all 60. Now we can just find DC instead. So DC, we just minus out 18 from the total and give us equals to 8 centimeters. So that will be 8. And remaining part will also be 18 centimeters. So how to do the calculation for the perimeter? Just add everything up. So we have a very long calculation and give us the final answer, which is 145. Question solved. Great. So let's do a summary of this question. The main difficulty involved in this question is to identify the identical shapes. When they overlap to each other, what are the features? So the features for identical shapes overlaps, the overlapping part is what? Yes, it's the same. How about the non-overlapping part? The non-overlapping part is also the same. Yeah, that's it. After knowing this question should be very simple to solve. And if you want to learn more about more PSLE, you can try to scan the QR code to join our study group, or you can directly ask me by scanning the WhatsApp QR code. And see you soon in our next video. Bye.